Hey there, everybody. This is Mike with Soundstage EDU, and I just wanted to call your attention to one thing. And it's something that you feel coming every year. And you know what? Maybe it's next year. Maybe it's sooner than you want. But either way, if you are a board member serving on your booster board, I need you to wrestle with the fact that your term is going to end. And there's a question involved there that almost no one in booster leadership wants to even address. And that's what happens when I'm not here anymore. Because if we're being honest, a lot of programs do not survive that transition very well. Now I want you to understand, I've watched it happen more times than I could count, more times than I want to see. But you'll have a strong board with great systems, everything running smoothly, everything textbook, what we want to see from the governance standpoint. And then leadership changes, like clockwork. And within months, there's confusion, there's frustration, things are starting to slip. And it's not because the people that stepped in are careless or they just don't know what's going on, or I mean, maybe that's part of it. But it's not that they come in here ill-intentioned or with this grand plan to destroy everything. That's not the case. What usually happens is, I mean, what we're seeing here is because no one ever showed them how it actually worked from the beginning. Do you know? They didn't take their hand and walk them through it step by step. I'm not saying everyone needs that, but I'm going to say I think that's a pretty good idea if you show them how it's supposed to work instead of just, I mean, here's what happens. Terms come to an end. And then some people maybe campaign, maybe some people run, maybe some people are pressured to do it. And then there's elections, a quick handoff, and someone says, hey, let me know if you need anything. You're treating succession like it's an event, not a process. When you treat it as an event, that's not succession, that's guesswork. Real succession is something completely different. It's intentional, it's structured, and most importantly, it starts long before your term actually ends. So here's the hard truth. And I need you to listen to this. If your program only works because you're there, it's already fragile. And I know that's not what you want to hear, because you've put in the time. You've held things together. You've developed systems of your own. You care deeply for the sustainability of your program. But I need you to hear this. Leadership isn't measured by how well things run while you're in charge. It's measured by what happens after you leave. And I know you probably never thought of that. Most people don't. But good leadership is measured by what happens when you're not in the room, once you've left. So what do you actually do about this? Where do you even start? How do you build something that lasts without burning yourself out in the process? That's where most people get stuck. That's where a lot of these programs get stuck, because no one's actually teaching this. Certainly not in booster meetings, not in handoffs. I've looked. It's not anywhere. Inside the Soundstage EDU Insiders feed, I just released a full breakdown of this process. Not theory, but a step-by-step succession system that I've used for my own programs and for programs that I've walked alongside with. Programs that I've helped develop their succession plans. But it's a step-by-step system that tells you and walks you through how to structure your role so that it's repeatable. How to identify and train future leaders early, and how to run a real transition, not just handshake and hope and vibes and all that, hey, you got this, and how to lock it into your governance so that it actually sticks. Because this isn't about just surviving your term. It's about building something that survives you. That's the important part. We need to build something that survives you. And if you're sitting there thinking, well, dang it, Mike, you're right. We don't have a plan. You're not alone. That's why I'm here. That's why a lot of us are here in this group. We want to help you. And you don't have to stay there. I mean, you don't have to stay in this space of, I don't know what to do. Join the Insiders feed. Join the Insiders Facebook group. Get access to the full system and start building something sustainable today. Because not only do I have that episode there, I'm going to be putting printed resources in there soon, not immediately, but soon, that will walk you through this process so you have something to look at, something tangible to hold in your hand. And in the Insiders, we're also going to go deeper into this process because that's where we're at right now. We're at the point for a lot of these programs where the fiscal year is about to end. And a lot of these terms are going to end. And new people are going to step in. And there are a lot of people that are scared because they don't know what they're doing. I've seen that time and time and time again. We can't fix everything overnight. We can't fix everything right now. But we can start. So if you know someone that's stepping into leadership next year, just a couple months away, send them this episode. Because the earlier this starts, the better everything's going to become. I mean, you don't have to carry this forever. So let's stop. Let's let other people come along and help us. You just have to build it well enough. You need to build it well enough that someone else can carry it for you once you've stepped away. Because that time comes for all of us. And I want to see you through it. This has been Mike with Soundstage EDU. Go join the Insiders. Look for the episode just below this one that says Insiders, Succession Planning. Click it, follow the prompts, get your membership. It's $3 a month. And we'll have more on this in the Insiders. And we'll touch on a little bit here too. But the depth is going to be in the Insiders feed. So I encourage you to go there today. Take care. Have a great day. This has been Mike with Soundstage EDU.